We have big breaking news from the Nashville Predators organization. GM David Poile is stepping down, and a familiar face is returning to the organization to take over, and that's Trotz. We'll discuss that coming up next. So welcome back to another video here, Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some pretty significant news from the Nashville Predators organization, broken by Allred Friedman here just a short time ago. Looks like we're going to have a change in GM in Nashville. David Poile has been running the show there in Nashville for a really long time. David Poile was one of I believe the first GM to crack 3,000 games on his resume. Of course, before the Predators, he was in Washington's organization and has been with the Preds organization since day one. But David Poile is going to be retiring. Now, he is believed to be remaining with the organization as a consultant and former Predators longtime coach and very successful coach who had to go off to another team, unfortunately, but the Stanley Cup winning coach Barry Trotz will be returning to the organization to take over for Poile. Now, it's believed that he's basically going to be working with the team right away to kind of, I guess be Poile's understudy, if you will, for the short term. And then as of June 30th, Poile will be retired and Barry will officially be the GM on his own. So this is a good time for him to come in. Of course, the trade deadline's a busy time, great learning opportunity. We know ever since Trotz left Long Island as coach of the New York Islanders that he was hesitant to get back into coaching. He wanted some time off. And all the reports that were out there, which were clearly accurate from Allred Friedman and others, indicated that Barry Trotz was very interested in getting into management and that he wanted his next contract, if he did coach, he wanted to be a short-term coach for maybe 1 or 2 years with it built into his contract that he would move into management afterwards, possibly as an assistant GM or as a regular GM. So that clearly had accuracy all over it, and now we know that for sure. Now, of course, there was also speculation that if that were to happen, he might return to Nashville as well. That was something that was out there in the rumor mill quite some time ago, and we haven't talked about Barry Trotz in a long time. There was some kind of, I guess, mild rumors, you can call them, that maybe Lou Lamoriello wouldn't be happy with the Islanders season back a few weeks ago, and then Lane Lambert, of course, who was a long time, you can call him a Trotz disciple, if you will. He was an assistant coach with Barry for several years before taking over head coaching duties after Barry Trotz was let go on Long Island. And, of course, the Islanders are not having the greatest year, but really, they didn't have the greatest year last year under Barry Trotz. I don't think coaching is the biggest issue there. I think it's the personnel on the Yankees, but that's another story. At the end of the day, Barry Trotz has been taking some time, and ultimately, it was long rumored and long speculated that this is what he wanted and that this is what he's going to get. So he said he returns to the organization who gave him his first real NHL opportunity. He's a longtime coach there, very well respected. Obviously gets along on a great relationship with David Poile, and now he gets to take over the GM duties for him. So it seems fitting. It seems like a great transition for the team, the organization, and for both of these guys as well. Poile could remain as a consultant for him to kind of bounce ideas off and to kind of be around for the first little while to offer some guidance when it's needed. So it'll be interesting to see Barry Trotz, the manager, how it will differ from Barry Trotz, the coach. But certainly that's pretty significant breaking news. Barry Trotz back to the NHL, back to his old stomping grounds, and taking over for David Poile, who is going to be retiring. Obviously, Poile, you could argue, is one of the greatest GMs in NHL history to some degree. Now, of course, he doesn't have that ultimate Stanley Cup on his resume. I'm sure he'll love to try to get one as a consultant before it's all over eventually someday, but he has been around the game as a lifer for a really long time. Said 3,000 games as a GM is a crazy stat. Well respected, stand-up guy. Well respected amongst his peers, and certainly has had a phenomenal career. He's missing an elusive cup, but at the same time, he's done a lot of good things for the game and in his role. So certainly want to commend him on a great career. And certainly nice to see Barry Trotz back involved as well. So, of course, let me know your thoughts on the big news in the Preds organization down in the comments. We'll discuss further. Lots of trades going on today as well. There could be more, so stay tuned. NHL trade deadline 2023 is heating up, and I'll keep you up to date with all the news and all the rumors leading up to it so you can stay up to date. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.